My name is Stijn van Os. I'm an outdoor guy. This moment you are here in my own little man cave. I'm going to make today 3 wood carving pieces. We're going to start with a spoon, a double-sided spoon. Then we're going to create a coffee scoop, how to measure your coffee beans. And then we're going to create an espresso cup. An espresso cup around 30 to 60 millimeters contents. I'm using several tools, a small axe, crook knife, it's a rounded knife. And next to that I use a wood carving knife to do the wood carving, the rough wood carving. Finally, I'm really sort of a perfectionist, and therefore I use the Dremel. For the Dremel you got different accessories. Those accessories, you got different ones, and these called cutters. Now I selected a piece of wood with the right diameter to create a coffee scoop. I put the axe on the wood, and with my hand I hold the tree trunk, and together with them I just hit a few times exactly in the middle, and there it opens. Yeah? And as you can see here, the darker bit, it's the part where the tree started to grow. Exactly that part you want to get out. Flatten it out. I'm gonna do this for both sides. So I'm first gonna round the ends with the axe. My left hand is actually moving the side, and with my right hand I actually almost do the same every time. You have to take the bark out. Yeah? I'm go over and start with my woodworking knife. It's very easy. When you slice an apple or when you slice a potato, it's the same kind of movement. So you work close towards you. You can also work for smaller parts, preciser parts. You can make this movement. So you use your thumb, nice surface, rounded sides, and also prepare the espresso part and for the spoon. The spoon and the scoop, they are rounded, but the espresso cup, the bottom part, I really make it nice flat. And I'm now about to start designing my design. And again, it's sketching, eh? Either I can choose to do everything with the wood carving knife, but I can also use the axe for that. I need to make a line here and a line here. So I made the inserts with the saw, and now let's see how it works. Eh? So here you can see correctly, yeah? The wood is stopped here. Change that corner as well. Just a little bit down. So I'm working here on the espresso cup. Again, use your left hand to control and to turn. Use your right hand to just making the same axe movement. And now I use the wood carving knife to make it nice and smoother. Both-sided coffee scoop, both-sided spoon, and the espresso cup. Because of the veins of the wood run like this, I can use this crook knife always in the opposite direction. So it's very important that you always hear the sound of the wood carving. Don't use too much force, it will hurt your wrist. So always you see my hand is away, I've got gloves, and my thumb is always at the back. I think I'm almost done here with the rough part, and we can go to the next step. I finalized the products in a rough shape, and because I work in fresh wood, I start with actually, for me it's an important phase. As I started with making kuksas, there's a lot of tension in the wood, and when I work in green wood, when you just put it outside, inside in your living room to dry, it's certainly gonna crack. The people in Lapland, how they make kuksas, I saw and I searched a lot. You can taste it also, there's a little of salt in when you buy a new product. They cook everything in salt water. So what you do, you make a big pan, put a lot of salt inside, boil it, and then put your products inside. When you have, for example, cherry, your living room will scent a little bit sweet, but when you use birch wood, it really scents like a Finnish sauna. After an hour, 1.5 hours, You put the fire out, and you take the products out. Put them in a towel till they're hand warm, and then you take a bag like this, and you put them in a bag, and you open the bag. Just put them on the floor, not close to a heater, but just put them somewhere in the floor in your living room. And every day you take the product out and you turn it around. Moisture goes out, the salt stays within, and that results in a very calm drying process. I prepared something for you, and like here, we've got the two-sided spoon, the coffee scoop, and an espresso cup. I've got the 3 different items in front of me, and the process I'm going to use the Dremel for, I'm going to explain you now. Here I got the coffee scoop, and to know exactly how many coffee beans go inside, I need a Dremel with a carving accessory to use that content, to create that content I want. I've got a small scale and the grinder and the coffee beans, and later we're going to check how many beans can come inside, and we have adjusted with the Dremel. With the spoon I want to finalize all the smally bits to clean it up. And then I've got the espresso cup, and with the espresso cup it's very necessary first how many milliliters are inside, and as you see here I made a finger hole inside. I drilled that also after the drying process, so it's gonna match my hand like this. And I always do it after the drying process, because when I do it when it's wet, it would tear the wood apart. As we do wood carving, it's very important to choose the right accessories. There are many accessories within the Dremel assortment. I actually need cutters that are really help me with carving, and it's called the high speed carver. And actually the high speed cutters, it's the number 100, the number 114 and the number 192. It's got the right angle, it's a curved angle of all the teeth. So to attach the high speed cutter, I've got a multi-chuck on the Dremel, and it makes it very easy actually to change. Put the accessory inside, just press, turn it, and to be sure that it stays on, I give it an extra roll, and now it's fixated. It's really important to follow the grain of the wood. When you're doing it in the opposite direction, you will see the wood comes open. Now the fine tuning comes, and we go over to the sanding. Go to the flex shaft now. The easy thing of this is that I can work a little bit more flexible. So I'm going to change the sanding piece. First we're going to start with the outside. I will use my pink to attach it on the side. Then I got contact with the product. So I put my right small finger to the wood, to the object, and then I can really have control with steering. And what we do with sanding, of course, we go from rough to fine. So at this moment I got a rough piece, and we're doing the outside, and the next layer will be a finer piece, and on and on and on. Just finished with the rough sanding, and now I'm going over with the finer sanding, and I'm going to use the Easy Speed Click mandrel. All the sanding buff. Click and wait till it clicks, and you hear it, yeah? It goes click, and then you know it's attached well. Again, you attach it to the Dremel. Do some extra check, always. Only touch the product with the accessory and not with the multi-chuck. So only use that contact, and otherwise you will damage your product. Now the final part comes. We're going to use the oil, and it needs to be a normal oil, a food safe oil. Like walnut oil is very nice, linseed oil. To attach the polishing wheel, It just works with a little easy screw, and you just turn it a few times. Prepared some oil in here, just to put it in the side. Low speed, almost don't hear it. Yeah? And then you can start oiling the product. You see now here it's all glossy and shining. The product is ready, and the final car part comes with the hands. So I'm ready with the masterclass. My products are made to be used, so I'm really into going outside, outdoors, enjoying the open fire and get a fresh cup of coffee.